Okay, so I'm going to take you through and show you how you can use the Divi Builder to organize your final project week post or page. As a media coordinator, it's up to you to choose which you would like to use. Today we're just going to look at the post option, and when we meet together again on April 23rd, I will show you the page option if you would like to go for a bit more complexity. We are doing this to make sure that your page is well organized because we do want to make sure that we use it in handing it over to next year's grade 11 cohort. Okay, so getting started, when I go to plus new post, you'll notice that I already have the Divi Builder, and we know that because we see this purple button right here that says use the Divi Builder. Depending on the theme that you are using, you may or may not have it already installed. If you don't see it there, don't worry. All you need to do is come over in your dashboard to plugins, and then you'll see the list. Since Divi Builder starts with D, it's a short scroll away. You would just click activate, and then when you go back to your post, you'll notice that purple button is now live for you to use. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a title. Depending on your project week and what you're doing, maybe you want the title to represent that. I'm just going to have Final Project Week Post Example to start. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the Divi Builder. Now I am using the standard editor, so if your Divi Builder doesn't look like this, you want to click Return to Standard Editor. Where you see the plus is where we insert columns. When I do that, I have a range of choice, and I'm just going to take you through the basics. You're more than welcome to go back and customize the look according to what you would like. I'm just going to add one solid row here. I'm going to click Insert Module, and the first one that I'm going to have up at the top is the audio module. This is where your podcast, once we complete it, will live. So again, you can give the episode a name. I'm just going to call it podcast. Your team names here. You don't have to give it an album name, but you can. This is where you would click to upload the audio file, and you can also give it an image that looks really nice. So just to show you an example, I will pick a sample audio file. Letting that audio file upload, I click Set as Audio. I can pick an image. Now, after you go on your project week trip, you might decide on the image that you would like to use. As way of example, I'm just going to use this. And I can also select the background. I'm going to select gradient. Now remember, whenever I'm working in Divi, this eye that's here, I can click it to preview, or I can go save and exit. And I prefer actually to preview the full tab. So once you click preview, it will open up a new tab, and it's going to show you what it looks like. So great. Now I can go back in and I can customize this further. So if I click, anytime I click 3 lines, if I wanted to go back and edit the work that I've already done, I click the 3 lines. And let's say actually that I don't really like this image, but instead maybe I want this one. I can also go into the design and I can do more with the text. So I've got some options for the opacity of the image. The title, I can choose the alignment, I can change the size, I can choose a custom color here. I can give it a bit of a shadow. But I can also edit this sort of space holder, if you will, for the module. So let's say I also want the background here to be an image. I can add an image I'm also going to show you something really cool you can do. If I click this, I can have a background video. And a really easy way to do this, Pexels Video has a site. All of the short videos here, as you see, they're all free for personal and commercial use. So depending on what it is you're doing, if you are going surfing, maybe this is a video that might work for you, so I can preview it. I'm going to click free download. I upload that, and then I'm going to click set as background video. I select save and exit. Again, I'm going to click preview. I'll come over to the tab, and let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so you can see actually I need to get rid of the image and I need to change this to transparent so that we can actually see that video. So the Divi Builder really wants you to just kind of play around a little bit with design until you get something that you like. So I'll get rid of this. The background, I can change those colors. I just wanted to show you that you can flip those really easily. I'm going to change the transparency there. I'll change the transparency there. Save and exit, preview. Maybe I want to play around with that later on, which is fine. We're going to leave it for the time being because you're going to add in, for the time being, just 2 more modules. So I will go to Insert Module, and there's a few different ways that we can do this. The way that I'm going to show you right now is using the toggle module. So I'm going to add a toggle. And remember, right now, your Project Week teammates are working on their portion. So you have one that's working on this video, the effective communication. So I'm just going to go ahead, steal that, add that there. And if I click Design, just like I showed you before, there's a lot of customization that you can do. So a toggle, let's just take a quick look at what it looks like, is basically a nice placeholder for clickable content. You can see effective communication. I have an icon here. It will open up, and then whatever I put inside that module, which eventually will be your video, goes there. This is kind of bland. So what I want to do is I want to change the closed toggle background color. I'm going to make that black. I'm going to change the closed toggle text color. This needs to be something light so that we can read it over top of the black. The icon color, I'm going to choose as yellow. You can also change the background color for when the toggle opens. So I'll make that orange. Save and exit. Preview. And there we go. So once my teammates complete that video, I'm going to add it there. We can do that again together when we see each other in April. Now, you don't have to do all of that customization again. All you need to do, once you've created a module where you really like the design, this button here is going to allow you to clone it. So I'm going to clone that because I need another toggle for the second video. And I'm just going to go in and change the title because other people in my group are working on the roles and responsibilities video. Save that, preview, and there we go. So I have got a place for my podcast. I have these 2 toggles where the 2 videos will go. And then we'll talk a little bit more about what else you're going to do with this post later on. If you want to dig in and you want to play around a little bit more with the design, you're more than welcome to do that. Again, Divi has lots of additional features that you can tool around with.